Alrighty guys, welcome to game number 54. 2011 baseball replay, with baseball being postponed to start the 2020 season. Us sports simmers are going to try and do our best to keep you entertained until real life baseball comes back in. And so we're going to be going back and playing some 2011 St. Louis Cardinals replay, the best, greatest season ever in baseball. So if you don't remember the 2011 season, go back and watch some of these games. Great times all the way around. September 28th, 2011. Best day in baseball history. All right, let's get to it. It's going to be Julius Chassin for the Colorado Rockies going up against the lineup of Ryan Theriot at short, John Jay, 2 home runs in yesterday's game, John Jay, left fielder, Albert Pujols at first, Lance Berkman at right, Alan Craig starting today at second, Rasmus out there in center field, and we got Yadier Molina behind the plate, Descalso's down there at third base, and Kyle Lohse, the right-hander, pitching for the Cardinals. Let's go to your home lineup now. Kyle Lohse, the righty, pitching against Eric Young at second base, Dexter Fowler in center field, Gonzalez in left, Tulowitzki at short, Helton at first, Ty Winnington at third base, Ryan Spielberg, I think it is, right fielder, Chris Iannetta as the catcher, and of course, as I mentioned, Julius Chassin is going to be pitching today. We have Philip Reynolds in the ball game today. Philip, oh boy, just finished my game. I cost my team the win. Oh boy, ooh, that's painful. All right, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We got Ryan Theriot against the right-hander Julius Chassin. Let's slide these down a little bit. Hopefully they'll still be available for you guys to look. All right, Theriot, the righty. Chassin, the righty. 5-4. That's ground ball third base X. That's Winnington. He's a 4-11. 4-15, he'll get to it. And a 12 on an E11 down there at third base. And there is no 12, so good play by Winnington. Backhand, stab, snag, throw, and got him. So for the first out of the game, that brings up John Jay up to 5 home runs, with his 2 home runs in yesterday's game. John Jay batting .340 now on the season. 5'9", he's a lefty though. 5'9", stay right threes. A little aggressive today, trying to get that long ball to go again, but this time swing and a miss. That brings up Albert Pujols, .324 average, 17 home runs, 50 RBIs. 5'10", all 3 of them off of Chasen's card. So the right-hander 5'10". That's a fly ball, hit well by Pujols, but got under that one. Fowler's going to wait on it and makes the catch for the out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for your Colorado Rockies. Kyle Lohse, the right-hander, he'll be facing off against Eric Young, the switchy. He'll be batting from the left-hand side. And 2-9 against the righty, yes, 2-9. And Steve Reich, fastball outside corner for the strikeout. It's a good pitch there by Kyle Lohse to start things off for the Cardinals. Oops, didn't mean to hit my microphone. And it brings up Dexter Fowler, center fielder. 3-11. And that is a hit. Oh, he got hit right in the side. He is down in the batter's box. The trainers come out to take a look at him, but it looks like he will stay in the game. Hit by pitch. I'm going to have to slide this over a little bit because I need to see the charts. Hit by pitch. So Fowler is aboard. He's a B stealer. They will hold him. Kyle Lohse is a -3. Molina is a -3. That doesn't bode well to steal against the Cardinals today. Fowler would only have a 35% chance. Gonzalez, Carlos, 1-5. Steve Wright, 3. So Carlos gets his control back and dots that eye for the second out of the inning. That brings up Troy Tulowitzki. He's got 10 home runs, 48 RBIs, 335 average. 4-5 right-hander, 4-5. That is a shortstop X. That's Terrio, 4E33. 4-15, he'll get to it, but a 14 on an E33 it does not sound great, but it's, oh, what a great number, 14. 13 and 15 are E1, 16 is an E2. That is a 14, there is no 14, and Terrio, solid 2 days in a row now for the Cardinals. And it's going to be a 6-3 on the putout. And we go to the top of the second. Lance Berkman. 14 home runs, 36 RBIs, 366 average. 1-7 righty. That's a fly ball. Out to center field. Coming in and making the catch will be Dexter Fowler for the out. Another fly ball to Dexter out there. Brings up Alan Craig, had it yesterday off. 295, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. That is a 4-6, and ball 4 on the outside corner. Ball 4, walk, there we go. So Alan Craig earns himself a walk. He is actually a B stealer, believe it or not. Kind of a big lumbering guy, but he is a B stealer. Chasen's a -3, INN is a -1, so that doesn't bode well for much stealing going on today. B -5, yeah, he's only got about a really bad chance. So he's probably not going to go anywhere, but they are going to hold him on. Helton covering the base there for Colby Rasmus, the lefty. 4-6, lefty, 4-6, and back-to-back walks as Chasen has lost some of his control. And this, against the powerhouse Cardinals lineup, could be trouble. Runners at first and second for Yadier Molina. 10 home runs, 30 RBIs, 271 average. 4-8, he's a right-hander, 4-8. Strike 3 called. Swing and a miss that time. And that will be the second out. So Yachty's swinging hard. That brings up the Mr. Reliable, Daniel Descalso. He's a 268 average, 16 walks, 30 strikeouts. Not off to a good start this season, but he needs to pick it up a little bit. That is a 1-3 against a righty. That's going to be a ground ball down to Helton at first, and he will take it to the bag himself. And that will do it. Descalso will be out. You can go to second. You can go to third. And it's going to go down to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the second. Still goose eggs on the board. And Todd Helton up against Kyle Lose. 2-8. And that is a walk. So this umpire has a pretty tight strike zone right now. He's an E stealer. They will not hold him on. E stealer not holding him on. Ty Winnington. Not a very good bunter, so they're just going to do normal. 6-6, righty. 6-6. It's a ground ball down to third base. Throws it over to Craig. Craig on the Pujols. Not in time, but they get the runner at second on the fielder's choice. And it's going to go, what is it going to go? It's going to go 5-3, 5-4 actually, 5-4 there. So Whittington now at first, he's a B stealer, so they will hold him on. Ryan Spielbergs, I knew it was Ryan. Ryan Spielbergs is up. He's batting 277 on the season. 6'10 righty, 6'10, 5-ball center field X. That's Rasmus. 2E8, pretty solid out there. Oh no, I had to say it, didn't I? I had to say it. A 2 and a 3 is going to be an SI2. And a 9 on an E8 I don't think is going to be anything, but we'll just double check. Yeah, that's nothing. But it's going to fall in for a single 2-base advance. Single, could not get to it. And going to third is going to be Winnington. So runners at the corners for Chris Iannetta. Chris Iannetta, 262 average, 4 home runs. Kyle Ose trying to get out of this first inning or second inning. They will play double play depth. They are not going to hold the runners. How do you transmit the scoreboard like that? I have XSplit. So in XSplit you can highlight any part of your monitor that you want. Chris Iannetta, 5'5 righty, 5'5 fly ball left field. That one's hit pretty well. Jay back there to the wall and makes the catch in front of the warning track. He gives it a whirl, but it looks like Winnington's going to come in on the sacrifice fly. It's going out there to left field. John Jay not known with the strongest arm. So second out, and that brings up Chassin. 4-6. Chassin is a righty. 4-6. Fly ball. That one's going out to Rasmus. He'll wait on it, make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Colorado Rockies pick up the first run. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of the third. It is 1-0 Colorado. Kyle Ose is a right-hander. He also uses card number 2. 4-7. Walked him. Walks the opposing pitcher. Walks the opposing pitcher to start the inning off. And that brings up Ryan Theriot. They will not hold the pitcher. 4-9 righty, 4-9, and that is going to be back up the middle. Knocked down by Tulowitzki, but it's going to be an infield single for Theriot. And the first 2 runners, once again for the Cardinals, are aboard. And here comes the ever-dangerous John Jay. 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Let's see what he can do this time. 1-10 ground ball. That one's hit to second. It's a slow roller. And only play is going to be at first on the ground out. It's going to be out. Theriot is going to go to third. Laus will go to he'll go to third. He'll go to second. And it's going to go 4-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. So 1 out, runners in scoring position. Laus is at third. Theriot is at second for Albert Pujols. First base open. Do you even pitch to him? With 1 out, I think they're going to intentionally walk Pujols and set up Lance Berkman. This way they're set up for the double play as well, and they don't have to face Pujols. So Lance Berkman, 3-12, and it comes back to bite him as that is a ball 4, and they walk in the tying run. So bases are still loaded. And we have a tie ball game for Alan Craig. Walked his first time up. Tayson has walked, I believe, 5 batters already. 5 batters walked, 2 strikeouts. 2-8, and that's going to be ground ball back to the pitcher. Pitcher turns, With the bases loaded, ground ball A. If one or more runners are forced, runner is forced on first is out. I think it's going to be a double play, though. It will be a double play. All right, there we go. So, yes, it will be a double play to end the inning. So, it is going to be a ground out. Craig will be out. Berkman will be out at second. Pools, you can stay, you can stay. So, it's going to go 1, 2, 6, 2, 3 for the double play. So Alan Craig hits into the ground ball back to the pitcher. Chasen gets it, turns around, throws it to throws it to shortstop covering second, and then on to first for the double play. But the Cardinals do tie this up. We go to the bottom of the third. It is 1-1. Eric Young starting things off for the Rockies. 2-11, and that's a ground ball. That one's hit to Craig, hit hard. Craig gets it on the bounce and throws him out for the first out of the inning. On the way, Dexter Fowler. Dexter. Yeah, if they were back. I didn't call them forward. Dexter Fowler, 4-8. He's going to be a lefty 4-8, and that's going to be popped up high, pop fly. Pujols over in foul territory. The wind's pushing him back, and he catches it just inside the foul line for the out. That brings up Carlos Gonzalez. So for 1 is Gonzalez. 6-6, a lefty, 6-6 fly ball. That one's to Rasmus. He waits on it and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. We move on to the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 across the board. 1-1-0 for the Cardinals. 1-1-0 for Colorado. Rasmus walked his first time up against Chassin. 2-9, and that is a Steve Wright 3 called. Check swing. He should have went around. He should have swung at it, but he chose not to. That is not a ground out. That is a strikeout. So a check swing. He thought about it and just couldn't pull the trigger. Good pitch there by Chassin. Give him all the credit. Yadier Molina. 6-7 righty. 6-7. That's a ground ball. Second base X. That's Young for E34. 4 and an 8. That'll be interesting. 4 and an 8 is okay. E34 on a 12. E34 and a 12 is an error. So Eric Young cannot get it. Finally corrals it. Throws it over the head of Hilton at first for the base error on the second baseman. So Yachty's aboard. And that brings up Daniel Descalso. Top of 4. 1-1 is your score. Daniel against Chassin. 3-8. Against the right-hander. 3-8. And that's going to be a fly ball. And easy pop fly for Dexter Fowler. He's been making a lot of plays out there. 2 outs, and brings up Kyle Lose. 6-5 against the righty. 6-5. And that one's off the end of the bat of Los to Tulowitzki. Slow grounder. He's just going to flip it over to Hilton, and that will retire the side. So the error does not cost Colorado. And you're going to go to, you're going to be out. You're going to go to second. And it's going to go 6-3. All right. But at least they got through the pitcher spot so they can start off fresh in the 5th. Troy Tulowitzki. 5-8, righty, 5-8, fly ball. Right field this time. Berkman is going to make the catch out there in right field. First time we've called his name out there. It's been a pretty easy day for him so far. And that brings up Todd Hilton. He walked his first time up. 2-5, righty, 2-5. And that one's hit well into right field. Berkman cannot get to that one. And he's going to bounce off the base of the wall. Berkman turns around, and Hilton is heading to second. Here comes the throw from Berkman. Interior with the tag. He's out! No! Wait, he called him safe. Oh! Instant replay. Where are you? That should have been an out. Oh, that was a blown call. I can see it all the way from up here. So a double for Hilton, and that brings up Ty Winnington. They will not hold Hilton. 6-10 righty, 6-10. That's a fly ball center field X. That's Rasmus. 2-8. Again, pretty solid out there. And this time it didn't jinx myself. That is a 16. He's going to get to that no problem. And an 11 on an E8. Center field E8. And 11 is just 5. All right. So, did not jinx myself by saying it that time. Rasmus makes the good play and read that one all the way. Had a little left to right spin on it, but he read that one. So Winnington out. That brings up Ryan Spielberg's. Runner in scoring position. Spielberg's is 1-for-1 on the day. Uh-oh. 2-3. And that is going to be a single into right field. Ooh. What's going to happen here? Hilton is a 1-10. There is 2 outs, so he's a 1-12. Berkman is a +1, so he's actually a 1-13. They're going to send him home on the single by Spielberg's. Berkman gets to the ball. Hilton round second. They're sending him home. Here comes the throw from Berkman. It's on line. It is. Oh, not in time. Not in time. And it is going to be a single. And scoring is going to be Hilton. And Colorado takes a 2-1 lead. And Chris Iannetta, 4-6. 4. He's a right-hander. 4-6. That's a fly ball to Rasmus in center field. Boy, these center fielders have been busy. Everything's going to dead center field here. And that's going to do it, but 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. And we go to the top of the 5th. Colorado 2, St. Louis 1. Julio Sassin back out on the mound against Ryan Terrios. 1-4-2 on the day. 5-8. And strikes him out. Stay right 3 cold. That brings up John Jay, who's 0-for-2. So John Jay is doing his typical, has one good game, and then goes into a doldrums for 8 to 10 games. 5-7 lefty, and that is going to be a fly ball to center field. 20-sider failed this. There was a small chance of a double there, but fly out to center field. Again, center fielders been busy. Albert, 0-for-1 with a walk on the day. Come on, Albie. 6-7 righty. That's ground ball second base X. That's Young again. He's already got 1 error under his belt. 13 on an E34. That is 11, 12, 13. 13, there is no 13. There's a 12, there's a 14, but there is no 13. So Eric Young is solid that time, and he will throw out Pujols for the out. And we move on to the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals go down in order. Colorado up 2-1, and Chassin, yeah, he will hit since he can go at least another inning. 1-10. That's going to be a strikeout off of Chassin's card. 1-10. Strikeout. That is only strikeout number 3 of the day for Kyle Lose. Kyle Lose going into this game is 7-0 for the Cardinals with a 2.00 ERA, 68 innings pitched. Only given up 55 hits, 11 walks, 42 strikeouts, and 1 home run. 7-0, so he's got a perfect record coming into this. He needs the Cardinals offense to come alive because right now he is the losing pitcher. Eric Young up 2-8. He will be a lefty. No, I'm sorry. 2-8 off his card. 2-8, 6, 7, 8. Yes, so 2-8 against the right-hander. That's going to be a ground ball to Alan Craig at second base. He backhand stabs that and throws it across. Good play. Alan Craig had the day off yesterday, so he's probably was out on the practice field trying to take some grounders there. Although he is a 5E39, so let's not get an error check that way, please. Dexter Fowler's 0 for 1. 2-5. 2-5. Steve, right 3. There we go. Kyle Lowe starting to get in some form there. We need to Steve strikeouts, and he done it that time. So we go to the top of the 6th. It is a 2-1 ball game. Lance Berkman 0 for 1 with an RBI is Lance. 6-8. He will be from the left side. 6-8, and that one is hit well in the gap. They're not going to get to that one. Fowler, it bounces off the wall, over the wall. Off the top of the wall and over for a ground rule double for Lance Berkman to start things off for the Cardinals. Never count out the Cardinals. We've seen them. They've had some bad games, but they also had some games where they just woke up in the second half of the game. Alan Craig 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-6. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Berkman will not get to advance on the play. Ground out. You will stay. It's going to go 6-3 on the putout. So Craig, not only has he got bad defense, he has not been doing great with the bat either. He started off the season really well, but kind of come back to reality since then. Berkman still at second for Colby Rasmus. Speaking of someone that could help the cause, Colby Rasmus. 3-10 and yes, 10. 3-10. That's a ground ball to third. This time Winnington guarding that line. He's going to get it just east of the bag and throws it across. Hilton will have to hold again. And 5-3. Yeah, I don't know what the actual rule is on the runner at third when they get to move up. I'm assuming if it's hit to the left side, they don't. If it gets hit to the right side, they do. But I don't. A good friend, Sports Time Machine, if he's still here, I'm sure he knows. He knows just about everything. All right, we got 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Berkman still in scoring position with the leadoff double. Yadier Molina 0 for 2. Chasen trying to get through this inning. Oh, he hit it foul. Hit it foul. Hit it foul. Come on, Yanni. 2-6. 2-6. And that is hit well. And that is going to fall in for a double off the bat of Yadier Molina. And he has tied up the ball game. There we go. Just what the doctor ordered. Double for Yachty, and he's in scoring position for Daniel Descalso. He's a 1-8 run. They will not hold him. They will not hold him because that'll only make him a 10 with 2 outs. 3-3, and that is going to be ground ball back to the pitcher. Chasen snares that one and flips it over to Helton, and that will retire the side. But the Cardinals have done what they needed to do, and they have tied this ball game up. It is now 2-2 going the bottom of the 6th. And that might be the last inning for Kyle Lose, as he's due to lead off the 7th inning. So Kyle Lose needs to get something done here against Gonzalez. 0 for 2 is Gonzalez. 4-7 lefty. Strike! 3 called on the outside corner. Couldn't pull the trigger on that 96-mile-an-hour fastball by Kyle Lose. Troy Tulowitzki, 0 for 2. 5'11 righty, 5'11. Walked him. The only thing on the 5 column that's bad is the 11. And that is the walk. And Troy Tulowitzki, he's a C. Again, Kalos is a -3. Molina's a -3. Even if they don't hold him, he's going to get a -4 to his check, which is a C. Without holding him, they will not hold him because they won't get the -2 on that. So it's a -3 and a -3. And a +2 takes it to a -4. Yeah. So it's a 1-7. So they're not even going to hold him. Not even going to hold him. But Todd Helton is 1 for 1 with a double. 2-7 and walked him. Lost him. He has got to get through this inning because he's due up first next. So whatever he does, he's got to make sure he does it now. He's got Ty Winnington coming up. Runners at first and second. Ty Winnington. Tulowitzki takes his lead. They will not hold him. Tulowitzki is a 14. That's pretty fast. They're going to play for the double play. They're not going to hold him. 4-7 righty. 4-7. Ground ball back to shortstop. Terrio from his knees throws it to Craig. Craig pivot, throws the balls. Got him in time. 6-4-3. Perfect call to play back and go for that double play. Out. You can go to third. Doesn't matter. 6-4-3. Twin killing. We go to 7, still tied, and that will be it, as we mentioned, for Kyle Lose. So Kyle Lose will be out, coming in to pinch hit. So he's not going to win or lose this game, so he'll keep his perfect 7-0 record. And Chassin, is Chassin going to stay in the game? He will be up third. So, yeah, they will try to get through Chassin. That's fine. All right, so who is it going to be? He is a right-hander. So it's going to be Skip Schumacher is going to come in. Actually, let's see if we can find somebody that has a little bit of a steal attempt, just in case. Schumacher, Holiday, Cruz are our choices. We're gonna put in Tyler Green. Tyler Green coming in for Kyle Lose to pinch hit. He's an A stealer if he can get on base. Let's see what he can do against the right-hander, Tyler Green. 3-2 against the righty, and that is hit well by Green. Holy cow. Tyler Green on this season was only batted .212. He had 104 at-bats, 5 doubles, no triples, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, 13 walks, 31 strikeouts, 11 stolen bases, slugging percentage of .288, and on-base percentage of .322. And just as the doctor ordered, 3-2. It's hit well into left field. Gonzalez is not going to get to this one. Green is on his horse, and he'll be in with a stand-up double. Great call by Tony La Russa to bring in Tyler Green to get things rolling for the Cardinals here in the top of the 7th. That brings up Ryan Theriot. Oops, I got to actually put that in the game now. It's not official until it's actually in the game. There we go. All right, so Tyler Green's on second. Theriot comes to the plate. Terrio's 1 for 3. He's a B bunter. He is a B bunter. He's thinking about it. Moving that runner over. Are the defense going to play in is the question. They are not playing in. And Tyler Green is going to lay down the bunt. Surprising everyone. That is a 4 on a B. And runners advance. Good sacrifice there by Theriot. Moves up Tyler Green on the, well, what are we going to call that? Sacrifice bunt, right. And we're just going to go pitcher to first, whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. So Green moves over on the bunt by Theriot. The defense playing lazy out there. They play corners in now. No, they're playing all in. They're playing the defense all in against John Jay. 0 for 3. 0 for 3 is John Jay. And infield is in. 5'10", lefty, 5'10". That's a ground ball, second base A. And if they're playing in again, runner on third holds. Okay, see at that time, so that's good. So John Jay hits it right to, who was it? 5'10" again, 5. Against the lefty, 5'10", second baseman, right. There's a ground out, and he will stay on his base. 4-3 on the putout. Now with 2 outs, they can play back. And that brings up Albert Pujols 0 for 2. Tyler Green standing at third, waiting for a hit. He'll be off on contact with 2 outs. Albert Pujols 0 for 2 with a walk. Here comes the pitch. And that one is hit well. It's going out to right field. Off the end of the bat, though. And Spielbergs is waiting on it and makes the catch out in right field for the out. And that's going to take us to stretch time here at Coors Field in Colorado. It is stretch time, which means we're also playing trivia. Do 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 da 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 do 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 do. It's one. Wait a minute, what in the hell is going on? Wait a minute, what the hell? It says 2 outs. Select missing position. No, it has to be the 3rd out. So Sanchez coming in for Green. Okay. Missing pitcher. What? Sanchez pitching today. Thanks. Pitch. How do I tell him he's pitching? Is it real? No, it's bottom of 7th. Yeah, it says right here, bottom of 7th. Even though it says on the screen, 7th inning, 2 outs. But Sanchez, I move him over, right? No, why can't I move him over there? Move him over. Okay, maybe that'll take it. There we go. All right, I don't know what happened. Probably my bad. I don't know. All right, so 7th inning stretch time here in Colorado. We got us a tie ball game. Good one for you guys here for some afternoon delight. 2-2 going into 7th inning. Your 7th inning stretch time question is, name the Houston pitcher who had the last 20-win season. Name the last Houston pitcher who had the last 20-win season. All righty then, here we go. It's probably the guy Cole from last season, right? Or Verlander. All right, so Eduardo Sanchez is coming in, the right-hander, to face off against Ryan Spielberg's 2 for 2. And here we go, 6-4 righty, 6-4. That's a fly ball center field X. That's Rasmus, his third error check so far. And, oh, Jesus Christ, did he do it again? No, a 2 and a 4 is good. Woo, 5, 9, and 11 I think is good as well. 11 is good, so whew, did not make an error again. Good afternoon, Mr. Clinton Parks. How is life treating you? Fly out to center field. One away. Chris Iannetta 0 for 1. 2-2 your score. 5-12 righty, 5-12 ground ball first base X. That's Pujols. He's a 1E13. He will get to it. Question is, will he make an error? That is an 8, 9, 10 on a 13. 10 on 13 is okay. So Pujols will take it to the bag himself for the out. 2 away. And that will be it for Chasen, as we will have a pinch hitter coming in for Julio Chason. And we have a right-hander pitching. So they're going to bring in the left-hander. The lefty coming in off the bench. He's warming up, putting some pine tar on the bat. And that is going to be, I'll tell you when I find him. It is, come on, where are you? Right here you are. You're on the very bottom. Good thing I was looking at the bottom. It's going to be Seth Smith. Hits right-handers really well. Seth Smith coming in for Chasen. Here we got a tie ball game in the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Seth Smith coming in to face off against Eduardo Sanchez. 1-5. And he is a right-hander. 1-5. And that is going to be a ball hit off the end of the bat, and it falls in between Rasmus and Terrio in short center field for a single. So Seth Smith is aboard, and there are 2 outs. Seth Smith, a B Steeler, they will hold him. Eric Young, 0 for 3 is Young. 411, and he will be a left-hander. 411. Steve, right 3 called. No swing that time. That is going to be a strikeout. There we go. So we go on to the 8th, still tied. And it looks like the computer has made his decision, and he's bringing in Matt Baselli again. Matt Baselli is coming in, and we don't have a double switch. Probably not, because the pitcher just hit, or the pitcher spot just hit anyway. So it's going to be the right-hander, Matt Baselli, against, it's not going to be against Albert. It's going to be against Lance Berkman. There we go. I'm going to take a chance. You are playing with an older version of Strat, and I'm going to say Roy Oswald, says Clinton Park. Okay, so the question was, just to refresh everyone's memory, who was the last Houston pitcher to record 20 wins? Your answer, ladies and gentlemen, is, if I can remember, Dallas Keuchel went 20-8 in 2015. There we go. So Dallas Keuchel went 20-8 in 2015. All right, here we go. So Lance Berkman started off the 6th inning with a double. Can he do it again for the Cardinals? That is a 2-8. And he is a right-hander, 2-8. And he popped him up way off into foul territory. Helton's going to get it, and he will make the catch over there at first base for the out. That brings up Alan Craig. 0 for 2 with the walk is Craig. 6-8. 6-8. He's a right-hander. 6-8. And that is going to be a solid single back up the middle by Craig. And so Craig is on. They will not hold B. Steeler. They will hold them, actually. Baselli is a -6. You're not going to get much of a jump on Baselli. Colby Rasmus. C. Bunter. 1 out. They're going to let him swing away. Oh, foul. Foul ball. Three, 7. Fly ball going out to Fowler again. Center fielder's a busy man.
I didn't die.
I heard.
You heard.
No, I heard you come in. I just keep your germy germ. Yeah, germy germs away. All right. So 2 outs now. We're in the top of the 8th for Yadier Molina. Last time up, doubled. Let's see if he can double again and get Craig all the way around. Top of the 8th. It is 6-9. Alrighty. 6-9. And that is hit well. 6-9. And that's going to fall in. Spielberg's is running after it. He's going to get it. Craig is on his way to third, and he will be held at third. Molina held at first. Almost got the double, but he stops for a single. Yachty coming through for the Cardinals, as usual. And now puts that runner just 90 feet away for Descalso, the left-hander. Daniel Descalso, 0 for 3. Come on, Daniel. Come on, Daniel. 3-6. Right-hander, and it's popped up. High pop fly in the infield. Baselli moves away from the mound. Who's going to call for it? Young calls everyone off and makes the catch for the out. And that will do it. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 2-2 here in Coors Field in Colorado. And Sanchez can go another inning, so he's going to go against Fowler. Fowler's 0 for 2. 5-5. He'll be a lefty, actually. 5-5. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. That's the way we like to see it, Dexter. That's the way we like to see it. Just like that. Just like you're normal. Carlos Gonzalez, 0 for 3 on the day. 5-6 lefty, and that is also a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts. And we go to Troy Tulowitzki. 0 for 2 is Troy. 2-12, and that's going to be a fly ball. And Rasmus again in center field. I don't know what's going on, but that ball has been attracted to center field all game long. I don't know. I think we had 1 right fielder and 1 left fielder so far, and that's been it. So Sanchez will be out for the Cardinals. We will have another pinch hitter coming in. And Baselli can go 2. So he will go 2. And he's a right-hander. So who do we have on the bench? Not a lot. We do have Holiday. Skip Schumacher. I think it's going to be Skippy's going to come in. Skip Schumacher. Last lefty we have on the bench. So the lefty, Skip Schumacher, coming in. Trying to lead things off here in the top of the 9th. Tie ball game 2-2. 6-6. Lefty, 6-6. And that one's a curveball. Hits that outside corner for the strikeout. And that brings up the top of the order. Ryan Theriot, 1-4-3 on the day. Last time up, good sacrifice bunt. 6-7 righty, 6-7. And that one's back up the middle over Baselli's head. It bounced over to Fowler, but nothing he can do about that is a one-out single by Terrio. He is a D Steeler, so they will hold him on at this point. John Jay up for a important at-bat. He is 0 for 4 after his 2 home run game yesterday. 3-9. And this time he got a hold of it, and that's going to fall in between Fowler and Spielberg's. Terrio read that one all the way. He rounds second and heads to third, and John Jay with the single and moving up to third on the play is Terrio. So 1 out. And how are they going to play this? They're going to play in. They cannot afford the Cardinals to get this run in. They're going to play in, which means they cannot hold John Jay. John Jay is a D Steeler, though. I'd love to get Jay on to... Well, if Jay steals, they're going to intentionally walk Albert Pujols, right? I mean, that's just given. So at least let's not steal Jay, and then they're going to have to... They're going to have to think about, do they face Pujols? Because right now there is no double play set up. Yes, there is. What am I thinking? Yes, there is. You're going to play in. They're going to play in, and if they walk Albert, that'll load the bases. And you saw what happened last time, because then they walked... Berkman, and that walked in a run. So I think they're going to have to pitch to Albert, and even though it's not going to go well for them if they hit the wrong number. 6-3, well, it's coming off the pitcher card. So Albert's a righty, 6-3, it's a ground ball, pitcher X. That's Baselli. He is a 2... E0? What? He's a 2E0, so to get a hit, it's got to be a 1 or 2 on the 20-sider with that 2. 1 or 2. No, it's a 20, so it's going to... well, that's going to matter, isn't it? That is a 20, or is it a 14? It's more 20. I'm going to give him the 20. So 20, that's his G1. Runners at first and third with the G1. Infield in. Batter. Batters out. Runners advance only if forced. Okay, so it's going to be a ground out. Pujols will be out. Jay will go to second. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's a G1. A G1 with runners at first and third. And the infield was in. It says batter. Batters out, runners advance only if forced. Okay, well, there you go. Terrio will stay. Fielder was 1, and he's going to go to 3. All right, so now that brings up Berkman. He is 1 for 3 with a double. 2 runners in scoring position. But there's 2 outs. I don't see any need to walk Berkman unless you want to face Alan Craig, which is a... I think they're going to pitch to Berkman. They're going to pitch to Berkman, even though he's a switch hitter. Instead of facing the right-hander. It's a tough decision. That's a tough decision, to be honest. In the long run, they both had over a 300 average. Berkman was 301, Alan Craig was a 315. So, I mean, they're all both decent hitters. The only advantage you would get is righty-righty matchup, but Berkman on the season is batting 365. Alan Craig on the season is batting way below 300. So I mean, if you look at the cards say just pitch to Berkman. But if you look at what's going on in the replay, it says don't pitch to Berkman. Pitch to Alan Craig. I don't think you want to load the bases, though. So they will pitch to Berkman in case they get a bad call and it goes, you know, and they walk them. They don't want to walk in the winning run. So Berkman, they're going to pitch to Berkman. 5-8. He will be a lefty. That is going to be a ground ball. That one's hit to Young, and Young will make the play, retire this side, and the Rockies have a chance to walk it off. You can stand your base. You can stand your base. And it goes 4-3. No, 4-3. There we go. 4-3. So, we go to the bottom of the ninth. And it is going to be... It will... They're going to bring in... They're going to save Fernando Salas in case this goes into more innings. So they're going to bring in Mr. Mott. That'd be Jason Mott for you guys. Mr. Goatee Man himself. Jason Mott. All right. Let me put him in the game. Thanks. So Mott in, the right-hander, to face off against Todd Helton, the lefty. Helton is 1-for-1 with a double. 3-11, and that's ground ball down to Pujols, and right at the bag, and steps on it. Easy out for Albert. 1 away. Ty Winnington. 2-2 is your score. We're in the bottom of the 9. Ty Winnington over 3. 2-7, and that's a fly ball center field. That was his good column, but the 7 was not. That's a fly ball. Guess where it's going, folks? That's right, center field for the out. Ryan Spielberg's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. We look like we might be going extras, but don't count out Ryan Spielberg's yet. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. 5-8, righty, 5-8, and that's ground ball second base X. That's Craig. Oh, here we go. That's a 5E39. A 5 and a 20. He's going to dive and stop and get it with a 20. And an 8, 9, 10 on an E39. Don't tell me he actually made it. He made it. Diving stop by Alan Craig. 2 feet from his left. He dove and got it. And somehow, some way, holy cow, we're going to extras, ladies and gentlemen. So Baselli he's not considered tired yet. So looks like pinch hitting and pitchers are going to be premium here because this one could go many extra innings. Who knows? Alan Craig is up. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. 3-7 fly ball. Guess where it's going, folks? That's right, center field. God, I don't know why everyone is hitting it to center field. I'll tell you, it's crazy. Alan Craig is out. Colby Rasmus, speaking of center fielder, let's try and hit it somewhere they ain't. 3-6. That's a strikeout. Strike 3 out. 2-way, and brings up Yachty. Yachty's 2 for 4 with a double. He could send one out of here. He's got 10 home runs, 31 RBIs. 6'10 righty, 6'10, and that's a fly ball. Guess where it's going, folks? That's right, center field. I swear to God, every time I look at the card, it says center field. And that is a 1-2-3 inning by Baselli, and we go to the bottom of the 10th. Jason Mott against Chris Ionetta, 0 for 2 with an RBI. 3-9. Right-hander, strike 3, swing and a miss. And that is a good pitch there by Jason Mott for the out. And they will pinch hit for Baselli because he's already pitched through. I think he's coming up on his 3rd inning. So they will pinch hit for him. Now the question is, who do they have? It's going to be Jason Giambi. That's who they have. The lefty comes out of the dugout, gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Jason Giambi. Jason Giambi hit 13 home runs and only 130 at bats. So 1 out of every 10 at bats, he hits a home run. 32 RBIs, 17 walks, 45 strikeouts. Jason Giambi against Jason Mott. It's the battle of Jasons here. And speaking of which, yesterday was Friday the 13th. Jason Giambi. 3-6. Walked him. Walk him. So, Giambi gets the walk. He is a 1-8 base runner. They are not going to hold him. He's a E-stealer. They are not holding him. Eric Young, 2-5. Walked. Oh, my God. Back-to-back walks. Which, 1 out. This is not what we wanted to see. So, Young is aboard. Now they're thinking about pinch running for Giambi. Who do they have on their bench? Second run. Let's see. Hiera, Nelson, and Morales. Let's see if any of these guys have a high run rating. Nelson is a 14. Herrera and Morales. Morales is a 9. He's slower than Molasses. And speaking of Molasses, the last guy we need to find is Morales. Unless I already passed him. That's a possibility. It's also a possibility. Oh, there he is. No, I already found him. That's right. He's slower than Molasses. Oh, it's Herrera we're looking for. Herrera. Unless I found him too. Who knows? Herrera. Come on. Let's go. Oh, Jonathan Herrera. He is actually pretty fast as well. He's a 1-14 as well. So they are going to... Jonathan Herrera is going to get the nod. So he is actually going to come in and pinch run for Giambi. So he comes in and pinch run for Giambi. He is a 1-14. The Cardinals are going to have to hold him. And that means Fowler's up at the plate, which means Terrio is in charge of holding him, which means he's already a Ford E33. So if we get an error check on Terrio, it's game over, folks. But we're going to have to hold him. He's a 1-14. Fowler's up 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th, 2 on. And the question is, are they going to play corners in case Fowler bunts? He is a B bunter. Do you want to take that second out, though? No, I don't think so. They're going to play at the edge of the grass, but they're not playing. They're going to play a few steps back. They're not playing in. They need that double play. Here we go, Dexter Fowler. 0 for 3 is Dexty. That's a lot of numbers there. That's 6'11". He is going to be a lefty. Mott's a righty. He's a switch hitter, so that is a lefty. 6'11". That's a fly ball. It's going out to John Jay in left field. He'll make the catch. Finally, somebody other than center field. So we'll take that. And I don't believe anyone from second can tag up. Yeah, other runners hold. Okay, just wanted to double check that. Dave Gardner, what's going on, Davey? I need to make Dave. Make Dave a moderator so he can So he can get his craziness going on. Bears Den 007. What's going on, my friend? All right, we're in the bottom of the 10th. The Cardinals trying to hold on here. 2 men on, 2 outs. Bottom of 10th. Carlos Gonzalez is up. He's a left-hander. Jason Mott trying to get through the 10th inning. 4-6, the lefty. 4-6. That's a ground ball. That one's going to Craig. Craig makes it pay. Throws it to first. We're going to the 11th. Ladies and gentlemen, free baseball for you guys here today. And Young will, go to second. You go to third. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a 4-3 put out, and that will do it. We go to... looks like Hudson Street is now coming in. Hudson Street is coming in for Colorado. If I can find his card, that is. Come on. Where is his card? I know it's in here. There it is. Of course, third from the bottom. So Hudson Street comes in for the Rockies. Descalso's up. He's 0-4-4 is Descalso. In the top of the 11th, 2-2 ball game. 4-5. He is a right-hander. Descalso is a lefty. 4-5. 4-5 lefty. Strike 3 called. Good play there. Good pitch. Descalso fooled on it, and he is out of there. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Jason Mott, as he was probably going to be done anyways. We're down to just the last 3 pinch hitters. And it's Cruz, Holiday, and Cosma. Cruz, Holiday, and Cosma. They have a right-hander in. I think all we have are right-handers left. We do, so it's going to have to be Matt Holiday is going to have to step up. Matt Holiday coming in to pinch hit for the Cardinals. Mott out. 1 out here in the top of the 11th. Holiday against Hudson Street. Righty-righty matchup. Oh, hit it a long way. It just hit it foul. Hit it foul. 3-7. He is a right-hander. 3-7, and it's a fly ball. Guess where, folks? That's right, center field. Good golly. Yeah, that will be an out. So Holiday will be done. Terrio is 2-for-4. We're in the top of the 11th. Extra free baseball. 6-7 righty, 6-7. And that is hit back up the middle by Terrio. He goes 3-for-5 with another single on the day for Terrio. And who did the Cardinals have left? Terrio is playing swords. I think Cosma. What's Cosma? Cosma can play short. He's a 48. That's worse. And Cruz. Yeah, he's not a shortstop. So we got no one that can even come in for Terrio. So Terrio will stay in the game. I was going to try and pinch run for him, but... All right, Terrio's at first. John Jay, 1-for-5 today. 5-6 lefty, 5-6. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. John Jay, you got to swing at it, man. You got to swing at it. And we go to the bottom of the 11th. And who are they going to bring in? I guess they got nobody to bring in except for Fernando Salas. Salas in. They can't wait anymore. Troy Tulowitzki, 0-for-3 with a walk. We're in the bottom of the 11th. 2-4. He's a right-hander, 2-4. He lined it down the line. Oh, Craig jumps up. I know, it was only a few inches, but it was jump. Jumps up and makes a snag. Troy Tulowitzki thought he had him a double in the gap. Craig got that 2 inches off the ground on his jump and was high enough to get that ball. Hilton Todd, 1-for-2 with a double. 2-5, and he is a righty, 2-5, and that one's hit into right field. Berkman is not going to get to that one. It hits on the warning track and bounces over the wall for a double, a ground rule double, and that might have screwed the Rockies as Helton was already halfway to third base if it wouldn't have bounced over the wall. So 1 on, 1 out. Cardinals will hold. Helton is a 1-10. They will hold Helton. 5-8, right-hander, 5-8, and popped him up. It's high in the infield. Terrio calls everyone off, makes the catch, and good pitch there to nub it on the bat of Winnington. And now with 2 outs, it's all up to Ryan Spielberg's, but he's been equal to the task today. 2 for 4 with an RBI is Spielberg's. 5-9 righty, 5-9. This time swing and a miss. We go on to the 12th, ladies and gentlemen. Swing and a miss. So we got Albert Pujols. He could change things. Today's 0 for 4 with a walk. Albert, not a typical day for Albert. Hudson Street out there still for the Rockies. Pujols, 4-9, right-hander, 4-9. That's a ground ball. Third base, Winnington. He will make the good play and throw it all the way across the diamond. Keeping his foot on the bag is Helton for the out. Pujols, 0 for 5. You better write this day down in history. Not often you see Albert Pujols go 0 for 5. Lance Berkman, 1 for 4 is Lance. 6-7. He will be a lefty. 6-7. And slider in there. It broke right around that bat as Lance Berkman swinging a miss for the out. And that brings up Alan Craig, who's 1 for 4 with a walk. Oh, foul ball, foul ball. Bears Den says he's off for work for 3 weeks. Well, my friend, just be safe. You know, everyone's freaked out about this stuff. Just be safe. It's better not to go to work for 3 weeks, no matter what, you know. So have a good 3 weeks off at least. Alan Craig, 1 for 4. 5-5, righty, 5-5, and that is not a good column. That's a shortstop X, 2 Whiskeys, a 1E7. So at shortstop, a 7 is a 3-5, 16 or 18, or otherwise he'll get to it. That is a 10, so he will make the play, and we will go to the bottom of the 12th. No problem there for 2 Whiskey. Makes it look easy on the 6-3 putout. Cardinals go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Salas coming out for his second inning against Chris Iannetta. He's 1 for 3. 5-6. He's a righty. 5-6. Uh-oh. Nope. It's good. It's 5 ball. Center field is a 20-sider. 1-8 would have been a double, but instead it is a 5-6. Let me just make sure. 5-6. Yeah, 1-8 was a double. Anything else? Fly out to center field. 5 balls, center field. So the 20-sider fails Iannetta. And that'll be it for Hudson Street as he's gone his 2 innings. And now it looks like it's going to be Nelson. They only have 1 more player on the bench. So Nelson is going to come in to face off against Salas. We're in the, what? We're in the bottom of the 12th already. 5-5. I'm sorry, that's a 3. 3-5. And once again, that is going to be lined back up the middle for a single 1 star. So Chris Hudson gets a single. Keeps things alive for the 10,000 fans that are still here. Come on, single, thank you. That brings up Eric Young, 1 out here in the bottom of the 12th. Nelson Molina's a -3. Salas is a -1. They will hold Nelson. Nelson is a 1-14 runner. Does he try to does he risk? No, he can't risk stealing. That's just stupid. Eric Young, 0 for 4 with a walk. 2-4. And that's a ground ball to short. He should have ran because that is a 6-4-3 double play. And that will end the inning. So it is out and Hughes is out. And it's a 6-4-3. And we will go to the 13th. And coming in to pitch is Matt Reynolds, just the card I had already gone in with. So the computer and I are right on sync, which is a little scary because it doesn't know what it's doing, and I do. So Colby Rasmus, 0 for 4. Come on, Colby. Jeez, for the love of God, do something. 2-9, and that's not going to do it. He whiffs at a slider. Whiff on the slider. That brings up Yachty. Now he's 2 for 5 with the double. Come on, Yachty. 6-12. Right-hander, and that is a walk. So Yachty or Molina with the walk. And he's a D1-8 runner. They are not going to hold him on. Descalso, 0 for 5. Come on, Daniel. 1-5. Strike 3. Strikeout. Brings up the pitcher spot, but I think he's going to have to hit. I think Salas is going to have to swing a bat because he's got to go another inning at least. So I need to get the rest of the cards out here. He is a what? 1? He's a 1. They're going to have to let him swing away. Has to swing away. He has to go at least another inning now. We're in, because we're running out of players, to be honest. Salas, 4-6. Salas is a right-hander, so 4-6 right-hander, and he walked him. So Salas didn't even want to swing in a pitch, but they didn't give any good offerings. So that could change everything, as now there's a runner in scoring position. That is Molina. They will hold Molina on now. 2 outs. Molina's only a 1-8, but they're going to hold him on. Terrio, 3 for 5. Terrio's been swinging them well, a bat well. 2-9er lefty. 2-9er lefty. That's a fly ball. It's going opposite field. Spielberg's will make the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 13th. Fly out to right field. All right. Salas back out against Dexter Fowler. 0 for 4. 2-2 is your score. We've been at 2-2 since about the 6th inning. 5-8. And he will be a lefty. 5-8. Strike 3. Good pitch there by Salas. That was a fastball, 98 mile an hour for the out. Dexter Fowler does as usual, strikes out. Carlos Gonzalez, 0 for 5. 6-3 lefty. It's a fly ball. Guess where it's going? Center field. Rasmus hasn't seen a ball in a couple batters, so he was feeling lonely out there. Fly ball, center field, 2-way. Troy Tulowitzki, he does have 10 home runs on the season. 0 for 4 with a walk is Troy. 1-7, and that is going to be hit in the gap. Tulowitzki got a hold of that one, and that's off the base of the wall. Rasmus finally tracks it down. Tulowitzki is in with a stand-up double. Troy Tulowitzki, the 8,000 fans that are still here are on their feet now. Troy Tulowitzki with the double. That brings up Todd Helton, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. A double win to walk this off. Todd Helton is a lefty. Salas, I mean, we got no one to bring in, so it's going to be Salas. 2-6. That is a bad column, Salas. That is a bad column. 2-6. And that one is hit well. It's in the gap. Rasmus just watches it land and doesn't even chase after it. And Helton is going to get himself a double. Rounding third, going home is Tulowitzki, and this one has been walked off by Todd Helton with a double in the gap, and that one goes to the Rockies. Get the box score. This one goes to the Rockies in 13 on the walk-off by Todd Helton. Let's save this bad boy. Unbelievable game. That is game number 54. There we go. And we'll see about... sending you guys... Wait. Where is it? That one? There we go. All right, there you go. So there is your lineups. A lot of offers in this game. 3-2 is your final in 13. The Rockies take this one on the walk-off by Todd Helton for the Rockies, and they send the crowd home happy. And how does that affect the standings in our replay? League stats. There we go. All right, New York still 4 up on Boston. Chicago crushing it in the Central Division by 14.5 games. Texas 3.5 up on Oakland. Atlanta 6.5 up on Philadelphia. St. Louis 8.5 up on Chicago. They take the loss. The Cubs with the win today, I think. And Colorado now 1 game ahead is Los Angeles as they defeat St. Louis. So there you go. And now I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Cardinals head home after this. I think it was a 4-game series against Colorado. No, it's the 3-game series. They played at Kansas City, at San Diego, and now at Colorado. So now they go home to play the San Francisco Giants for 4, and then the Chicago Schmubs come in for 3. So it's going to be San Francisco for 4, and then the Cubs for 3 afterwards. Alrighty, guys. Thank you all for coming on out. Dave Gardner, Bears Den 007, Clinton Parks, Sports Time Machine, Philip Reynolds, everybody else that came by. I do appreciate it very, very much. Hope you all have a good rest of the weekend. Be safe. Enjoy. Watch lots of sports simmers on YouTube. I know a lot of people are planning on doing a lot of games to keep people occupied. There ain't much else to do, so go by and support them. Say hi. Tell them ID Jester sent you. And we'll see you all next time. So take care until then.